Welcome to Suncoast View. I'm Stephanie Roberts. Can the government tell you not to smoke in your home? And Ellen tells a singer not to bother showing up. We'll discuss.
I'm Haley Wilgus. Sarasota is full of dream homes, but there are plenty of great starter homes, too, in today's Suncoast for sale.
I'm senior producer Joey Panic, and we are getting our New Year's resolutions on with Workout Wednesdays. Today, we try TRX.
And I'm Linda Carson. Different times of life bring different medical challenges. Today we asked Dr. Jenny about hot flashes. All that and more right now on Suncoast View.
Welcome to the show, and it's great to have Haley Wilgus and Joey Panic up with us today.
Look at this outfit. You'd never see that on the 6 o'clock.
I'm getting risque, right? Which I think it's funny when shoulders are risque. Because, you know, I had something similar like this, and I told my mom, well, I couldn't wear that on air, but I'm thinking, well, sometimes I wear sleeveless dresses, and you still see this. But for some reason, when you have this little cut,
Can you block off just the peekaboo shoulder?
right.
Yes.
It's somehow like
it's got a little sexy subtleness going on
it's like
to
it's
it.
not supposed to show.
Right, the
You
shoulders.
can catch Haley's shoulders at 4 o'clock.
only at 4, not at 5.
You won't see them at 5. They will be well
They
covered.
will be covered at 5.
Lots of fun. Well, we have all of our family here with us today for the new year. Happy New Year, by the way,
Happy
Haley,
New
since
Year.
we haven't seen you. Chef Judy in the kitchen to kick off our new year. And we're not just kicking off our new year, I understand.
We are getting you ready for Chinese New Year, and it's my favorite holiday of the year because I love great Chinese food. I have lots of different symbolism to talk about and what it means, but the #1 trending party of the year in the United States are Chinese New Year parties. So I'm just saying, rent your dragon, let's get going and take out the wok.
All right, sounds good, and some great looking food there. We look forward to trying. Speaking of years, when we were trolling each other's social media pages like we are known to do, Haley, you posted something very interesting about somebody's decision of what kind of year to make this. Tell us about the year of truth.
The year of truth. I found this hilarious because I do like being truthful, but as we've discussed right before the show was starting, sometimes it's hard to be truthful. But there was a meteorologist, KTLA in Los Angeles, who says that every year he has a different theme or a different word to describe the year. It was like kindness or graciousness or things he strived for. He said this year he was going to have the year of truth, and I thought it was quite funny. So I shared his video, his live shot on my Facebook page. So.
I don't think I want to sit next to you if we're going to have the year of truth.
I don't know if
prefer
I'm going to have the
kindness.
year of truth, but he's going to have the year of truth, and I admired that.
Sometimes truth isn't kind, though.
No, it's
sometimes
not.
it's really mean.
Well, you have to be
know.
careful. So this
Right.
anchor actually put a clip out of this statement, and we found it. Let's take a look.
This year is going to be the year of the truth. I'm tired of sugarcoating it. Okay. I see it, I call it. That's it. And it's raining right now. I'm not saying it's nice outside. It's miserable. Okay? We are freezing here. They are torturing us. The Queen and the Court have just arrived. They're late. They're lucky they're getting on.
Okay, now I kind of like that as a meteorologist especially,
Right.
and doing weather in Florida for many years. It's not nice. It's disgusting and overly humid today, and I'm over this.
But you see, you get emails when you say that. I get emails
Yes.
when I say things about the weather that aren't nice.
Well,
and it's the weather.
because just think, what we think is hot and humid, some people are thankful they're not in Minnesota where it's snowing.
Well, that's
so
true. I
everybody
mean,
has their
I know.
opinions.
You have to be very
I did the weather in Los Angeles for 4 years, and I had to think up different ways to say warm and sunny.
Right, yep.
Because you couldn't say the same thing every day, so I might have stretched the truth.
Maybe. That's okay.
Well, I have to say, like, weather aside, I've always been somebody who kind of sugarcoated everything, and I haven't realized until I took this job producing in the last year, I've gotten a lot. There's just not time for all
Meaner
that.
might be the word.
Meaner. But a lot of people have actually
blunt?
said
Blunt,
thank
yes.
you. Yeah, people have gone, well, thank you so much.
Yes.
It's so much quicker when you just cut to the chase.
Right.
Yes,
agree with that.
and we've never gotten mad at you,
Wow, that's
ever.
nice.
You have the gentlest way of being blunt
Yes.
that I do know.
It's
so
called
that is
passive
appreciated.
aggressive. Yeah. I'm very good at that. I've mastered that.
Well, all right. We'll gently try the year of the truth. I don't know. I am not known for being overly sweet with my directions, so my family tells me, so I probably should not be any more truthful about it. So I'm working on being gentler.
All right. So
I'm very direct.
I learned never to ask my husband, how do I look? Because he would tell me. And sometimes I didn't feel good about the answer.
Truth is relative, like everything else. All right, well, it is time for our first hot topic. And this is the truth. Smoking will soon be illegal in all public housing across the country, including right here in the Suncoast in just a few days. A new federal ban goes into effect Sunday. It outlaws cigarettes, cigars, pipes, and hookah in homes, in indoor common areas and outside areas within 25 feet of public housing. Violators face fines and possible eviction. Now, this has already been in place here in Sarasota, but now it is going to become nationwide. It has also prompted a huge debate on our news Facebook page. What do you think? Can the government tell people in public housing what to do?
Yeah, if you're in public housing, they can. If you have your own home, they can't. So just get out of public housing. You do have an option.
Well, and secondhand smoke is a big problem. So, yeah, I mean, I know when I went to college, it was a community-owned building, and the wall of people smoking, this is up in New York, you had to walk through it to get to class. So, personally, I'm in support of not letting people smoke, but I just get nervous once you start outlining that. You know, if you have too many beer cans in your recycle bin and you live in public housing, do they then start stepping in? That makes me nervous.
Yeah, but they can control things in public housing because it's not your home. You are living in government housing. So they can't in your own home. That's a whole different thing. And you know, I hate smoking. It killed my husband. He would still be alive today probably if he didn't smoke. So it just going to hurt you. So it's you that's going to benefit if you don't smoke in your home.
But if the government steps in to stop that, what do we then open the door for them to stop any behavior like, oh, hey, Joey, we noticed you didn't go to work 2 days this week, so we're going to evict you, you know.
Well, if you're in public housing.
Yeah. And I guess the one thing I see of this being different than maybe drinking or something else is that other people in the housing development are affected. I mean, maybe they're affected by your bad behavior if you're drinking, but they're not, their health may not be affected. Because smoke does travel through the AC system, through the walls, having lived in condo buildings that had that happen before, I know. So I guess I can see that, especially if people who have children in those public housing developments, then they're affected too. So
I was
see both
surprised
ways.
that it was such a debate, to be quite honest, because I think we do at this point no longer debate the dangers and the medical pitfalls of smoking, but a lot of people felt like Joey did on social media of, okay, hold on here, if you're going to tell me I can't do this, you know, what else are you going to tell me I can't do? It is still my private home, even though it is owned by the government.
And don't get me wrong. I mean, if I'm the most judgmental person. If a friend of mine on Facebook owes me money and I see that they went to a concert, I'm like, oh, that's how you're spending the money. So, I mean, I get it. I get that part. But
yeah, no, interesting debate. But regardless, federal law nationwide goes into effect on Sunday. Ellen DeGeneres says singer Kim Burrell will not be appearing as a guest on her show. Originally, Ellen invited the gospel singer and pastor to perform the popular song I See a Victory, sung with Pharrell. But now Burrell is under fire after a YouTube video went viral showing her delivering a sermon where she condemns homosexuality as perverted and an embarrassment. The singer and pastor is part of the new movie Hidden Figures. Now Pharrell and the two stars of the movie are denouncing Burrell's comments. Kim Burrell is refusing to apologize, and Ellen said, don't bother coming.
Of course she did. You insult me, I'm not coming, you're not coming to my home. That was a very insulting thing to say, and Ellen has every right to do that.
I thought it was interesting that her co-singer and co-stars in the movie are also saying, whoa, we don't want any part of you being with us.
yeah, it's probably like, listen, we collaborated on this song, but we don't want to be roped in with your political or religious views.
Well, if you guys did something embarrassing, I'd say, I don't have anything to do with that.
Would you pretend you weren't friends with us?
I didn't know you're not going
You
Ellen's
never
show.
knew us.
That's part of the truth of the year, I guess. We'll have to keep that in mind, Joey.
And that's not Ellen's. Ellen's platform is about love and acceptance and humor and positive thinking and living and you know.
Acceptance and love. And
Yes,
Were
your
you
religion's
surprised
your
at all
religion.
she didn't want to talk about it with her, though?
You know, it reminded, I am not surprised. It reminded me of, remember when Oprah changed her show format because she had a white supremacist on, and she thought that she was going to, you know, get into his head and kind of show him.
Change it.
All she realized was she gave him a big old megaphone into a bunch of people's homes.
Good
and
point.
so that popped up for me today.
And Ellen doesn't tend to do those controversial interviews on those topics. She
More
tries to make
lighter.
it really light, so I can see if it was maybe another other host would have maybe had the person on to discuss the issue. So I could see how she didn't.
That one appears to be not going to be
And you know,
discussed.
one thing I've learned about people like that, you can't change their mind.
Right.
You can argue forever with them, but you're not going to change their mind with facts.
Right, and it's her religion, and her religion's her religion. She has the choice to do that, and Ellen has the choice to say don't come on the show. And then people will have the choice to be mad at Ellen if they want. You know, I mean,
Yeah.
Right.
we do have that freedom, thankfully.
Absolutely. Well, pop superstar Janet Jackson will be singing a new song now, and might be a lullaby. The 50-year-old singer and husband Wissam Almana welcomed their son Isa Almana on Tuesday. Doctors reported that Janet had a stress-free and healthy delivery. She is resting comfortably. Last year, Jackson postponed her latest tour to plan a family. Isa Almana is the 50-year-old singer's first child. Wow, what a life change at 50.
Yes, but what a wonderful thing that she didn't miss it. My former mother-in-law had a baby at 51, unexpectedly.
Whoa.
So, and she was a wonderful
Well,
mother.
that strikes
so-
fear in my heart. It was the unexpectedly that did me in.
Right.
Because I'm quite a ways from 51 and quite a ways from
Yeah.
needing another child.
So maybe 20 years from now, you'll have another baby.
Well, I'm not that far, but thank you, Linda. I appreciate that.
You've got Wrigley,
That's
so
right.
you're good. You're
I
good.
had a puppy. I
Yes.
agree with you, Linda. I think she's taken a lot of flack for the decision to have a baby, but I feel like you do. It's not, if that's something you want in life, you don't want to miss it.
That's the
so
best
that
in life,
medically she
yes.
was able to do that, and apparently quite healthily. I mean, whatever her doctors, told her to do, she did and had a healthy baby. So.
That's a good point. I mean, she has the money to make sure that, whatever risk might be involved with the later pregnancy can be, tended to.
No,
The
that's a
risk
good
would
thing.
be you would die before the baby was out of
Exactly,
college.
right.
But
Well,
she can
that-
take
teenage
care of
years.
But then you think that could happen. I mean, people are living very
Yes.
healthy, long lives, and you could have a young mother who dies in, some other tragic
If I'd
circumstance.
had a baby at
so-
50, she would be 28 now.
Oh, Lord. That is a sobering thought for all of us, especially you, I'm sure. Again, this whole unexpectedly I'm not good with. Well, a big change for the new year in New York. After 8 decades, the Carnegie Deli on 7th Avenue is closing its doors. Woody Allen, as you probably remember, helped make it famous, along, of course, with the towering pastrami sandwiches. A touching side note has come out of this. A former dishwasher from like 30 years ago at the deli made a $10 million bid to save the restaurant and become the new owner. He now has tons of money, obviously. But the current owner says this deli is just not for sale. It is just time to move on. Fans say they're hoping for a miracle.
I'm on that dishwasher that has $10 million.
Yeah.
I'm in the wrong business.
Well, he has actually an interesting story all his own, is that he came over as an immigrant making $3 an hour washing dishes and was able to propel himself through the restaurant industry. He now owns a bunch of restaurants in New York and has obviously
Wow.
done very, very well for himself. But I thought it was interesting that the owner was like, this isn't about money, this isn't about me, wanting the money, and I just want to have the chapter closed. And
I know whenever you think of a big landmark or attraction closing like that, you think it's because they didn't have enough business and why didn't we go patronize them? But it is, like you say, it's interesting. It makes me feel like any of those places on your bucket list, you got to go. Like this year, or even locally, if there's a restaurant you like or a place you like, just buy a ticket and go.
It's still sad for me when I drive by where the Quay stood all those years. And I think, every time I'd say, the Quay's gone. I wish they'd put something there so I could forget it. But losing things like that in your life is very traumatic.
Absolutely.
It changes your inner landscape, I think.
The Golden Apple. I mean,
The Golden
the
Apple.
Golden
I
Apple, the
missed
dinner
that.
theater downtown, I spent most of my 20s in.
Oh, yes, wonderful evenings
Yeah,
there.
so it's true. Like, buy a ticket and go support whatever you like.
well, yeah, because it
gone.
could change. No, I think that's a good point, especially locally. Something good to remember. Well, many of us had Alexa on our holiday wish list. That's Amazon's voice assistant Echo Dot device. Performs online tasks simply with voice commands. Well, one Texas family got one. Kids thought it would be great fun to ask the device knock-knock jokes. But the 6-year-old in the family also asked Alexa about cookies and a dollhouse. Well, the device thought it was an online order. She selected the items, and the family was quite surprised when 4 pounds of cookies and a $170 KidCraft dollhouse showed up at their door. I love this story only because, Siri. My kids have discovered you can get Siri to say all sorts of things, most of them not appropriate for daytime television, might I add. But so the concept of the kid talking to it is one funny thing, but then that now this thing has a brain that goes online, searches for the item. I don't know where Alexa gets her visa from, but
Yeah,
however,
that's right. Whose card did she use?
You know what? I bet I could figure it out though, because Amazon's an automatic
Right,
log
it's-
on my phone.
Yeah, so that's
if
how it goes.
I
yeah.
told Alexa that I was out of coffee, it would immediately know the brand of coffee I ordered from what had previously been purchased. It has my card on
true.
file. It has my address on file. And now I'm not getting an Alexa.
Yeah,
Because
I'm
my
not
family
into
would do this.
You know, we have this problem with Siri at our house. You know, end of the day, before you go to bed, like pillow talk with your spouse, and all of a sudden I'll hear Siri go, ding, I didn't quite get that.
Yeah,
I was like,
right.
Nobody was talking
It's
to
weird.
you.
It's weird.
What has she heard?
Could you bring Siri on the
it
show
did, no,
one day?
but they do. This is the subject of a murder case, or not
Yes.
a suspected murder case
investigation.
in Arkansas, because they think that one of these devices may have caught what happened that
Right.
night.
What did the Echo hear and what can the Echo
But there are privacy
maintain?
issues because now they're not turning over those those audio recordings because of the privacy issues.
It's
So
like a parrot.
So it belongs to the suspected murderer.
yeah.
Well, it was in the
Well,
home. It was
it was
in
a
the home,
drowning,
right?
Right.
When
it was in the
occurred.
home when it happened.
Yeah.
So they think it may have recorded it, but the company is like, we're not going to turn over those voice recordings. You're going to have to come with us, you know, with a lawsuit. And then they said, I don't know if we're going to sue. It's a big mess. So,
Oh,
yeah.
my.
See?
Devices know all these
Yeah.
They
days.
do.
I might
Scary,
get one
be
for
careful.
protection.
Or a parrot, as you
Or
say,
a
Linda.
parrot,
Those used to work too.
Or to talk to in bed.
Oh my. On that note, it's time for our happy hour forecast. When we come back, it's Suncoast for sale.
Good afternoon. I'm Chief Meteorologist Bob Harrigan. A weak cold front has made its way through the Suncoast now, taking a lot of that fog problem that we've had over the past couple of days with it. You can see from the Van Wezel webcam review showing that fog around throughout early afternoon. And then the front moves through around 2, and then we see just the high cirrus clouds around. Things are starting to dry out a bit, and it looks like no real threat of any significant fog problem tonight. Currently, we have 72 degrees, sunshine. The dew point is what's dropped. It's down to 57 at this time yesterday. It was at 72 degrees. Humidity now at 59%. That's lower. And the pressure is lower too, 29.87 inches. You can see that front quite clearly moving through parts of South Florida now, just south of Fort Myers. As it makes its way through, it has brought a few showers around earlier, but that rain has since now moved on to the southeast. And we're looking for just some high clouds around. Temperatures a little bit cooler than we've had over the past couple of nights. Temperatures right now in the low 70s here. Up and down the coast, details on a stronger cold front headed our way tonight at 5.
There are few things more exciting than buying your first home, and despite our reputation for fancy and fabulous homes on the Suncoast, entry-level homes do exist. Eric Schrock from SWC Properties is here to help us find a great starter home. That would be the price range that I would be in when I'm ready to buy a home pretty soon, at some point maybe. So thanks for being with us.
Thank you. There's a lot of great starter homes out there, and it's just looking in different areas. So what I did is I pulled up 3 homes in 3 different areas to present today. The first one is in Bradenton, 4601 6th Avenue East. It was built in 1990. It is a 2-bedroom, 2-bath, 2-car garage. It has 1,345 square feet. In Bradenton River Lake subdivision, the community does have a community pool. Backyard's fenced in, has a covered patio, large open living room with cathedral ceilings. It's bright and open laminated floors. The kitchen has been updated. Has an eat-in kitchen, granite countertops, has a separate dining room as well. The home has fresh paint inside and out, new tile floors in the kitchen, bath. The master bedroom has vaulted ceilings and a door opening up to the patio. And of course, the master bath has granite countertops as well. The home has new heat pump and is priced to sell fast. This next home is in Venice, 452 Edgewood Road. It is priced at $199,000. It is built in 1962, 1,220 square feet, 2-bedroom, 2-bath with a carport, completely remodeled, fenced-in backyard, beautiful kitchen, wood cabinets, upgraded appliances. The dining room has an opening to the lanai, which is a nice screened-in lanai. Tile floors. Living room is open to the front of the house. This house is on a lake as well. Oh, nice. Large master bedroom with a slider to the backyard. And the updates include new roof, new electrical panel, new wiring, new plumbing. This house is ready to move into.
Wow.
It is a great home.
So when you're looking at starter homes, you don't necessarily have to feel like you have to buy older and then do all sorts of work on it. It looks like a lot of these are ready to go.
Yeah, these are ready to go. A lot of times you envision starter homes that you have to do a lot of work. And these homes are all around the same price point in different areas. And this price point is comparable to the average rent in the area. The average rental price is...
Talk about that.
The average rental in the area is around $1,100 to $1,200.
A month?
A month.
Okay.
So a home around $200,000 with the current interest rates and a 10% down payment, taxes and insurance included, would be around $1,100 to $1,200 a month.
Okay.
Not
So
bad.
for what the cost of renting, you can actually own a home.
Right.
Oh, nice. And as newlyweds, you don't have to fix up a home.
That's right.
I'm
I mean,
sure
there's
is
Oh, that would be
great
great
test
for
to
a marriage. A renovation and, oh,
Well, and I know
wonderful,
from
yeah.
having bought homes, you often stretch to get the down payment accomplished and all the, you know,
You do.
inspections and that kind of thing, and then you don't have the money left for the renovations.
Yes, and so these homes are great
ready to
because
go.
they all have been
You brought us
renovated.
one more in Sarasota.
We do have. This one is in Nancy Drive in Sarasota. It is priced at $199,900. This is a 2-bedroom, 1-bath. It is 850 square feet. I know it's a little bit smaller, but they made great use of this space. It does
at
have
the
a fenced-in
yard.
backyard. This backs up to the proposed extension of Legacy Trail.
Oh, great.
nice.
So it
That's
is a great
amazing.
area. It's centrally located, so it's close to everything. The kitchen's been updated, stainless steel appliances, wood cabinets, granite countertops. Living room has laminated floors in it, open to the kitchen and dining area. They used great use of the space. So this actually looks a lot larger than the square footage. Master bedroom, it has fresh paint, updated flooring. Bathroom's been updated with beautiful tile, and the home is ready to move into. Then in the back, it has a screened-in lanai, offers great airflow for that. Centrally located, close to downtown, close to University Park. Wherever you need to go, this home again is ready to move into.
Haley, your dogs would love
That's
that yard.
a cute one. That yard would be fantastic, and that is super cute. Great price. Yes. Thanks for sharing that with us.
Well, for more info on these or any of these other great homes or more, you can visit swcproperties.com. And next, all right, ladies, Dr. Jenny's here to talk about some life changes, but they're not all just for you. We'll find out.
Okay. You're having one?
You know,
It's time to upgrade your favorite news app. Now, ABC7's My Suncoast News app is better than ever with a dynamic brand new design that's faster and easier to use. Stay connected anytime, anywhere with breaking news and weather alerts, video on demand, and live streaming of your Suncoast News. Download our free My Suncoast News app on your mobile device at your app store. ABC7's all-new My Suncoast News app. Just another way we're here for you. Powered by the Eye Associates, providing sight for life.
At SWC Properties, we pride ourselves in providing to you the very best in customer satisfaction, and the secret's getting out. Maybe that's why so many people have chosen to list their homes with our friendly and qualified agents. After all, it only makes sense to list with a growing agency that markets in so many places. To list your home with SWC, give us a call at our office and ask for Beth Ann Muley.
You might feel like there's too many problems in the world, or that, you as a 15-year-old, 16-year-old can't really make a difference.
It's not always about you. It's not just one person. It's a group. It's a team.
Just that simple act is transforming someone else's life.
It's one of the best feelings in the world.
It'll just make you feel so good about yourself.
I'd do anything to convince you just to be a part of this.
Gold fever has once again swept the nation. And everyone is rushing to Florida to strike it doubly rich. Introducing the $5 million Gold Rush Doubler. We're doubling cash prizes for over $752 million in payouts. And 36 prizes from $1 million to $5 million. The Florida Gold Rush is on. The Florida Lottery, just imagine.
I heard about the Dotoli Cancer Center through friends of mine who had been treated here and were very pleased with the treatment.
If there is prostate cancer, we at the Dotoli Cancer Center will find it using 3D color flow Doppler ultrasound.
And that helped precisely identify where my cancer was and some additional cancers that were not found during the biopsy. I would recommend the Dotoli Cancer Center. As a group of human beings, they are unbelievably great.
Menopause, hot flashes, power surges, personal summer. We have a lot of nicknames to play out the symptoms of menopause, including andropause, I understand that's male menopause. And the guys have problems too. But how can we keep those symptoms at bay? We have the answers. Here to tell us is Dr. Jenny. You're going to tell us how to control our personal heat wave, Jenny?
Oh, everybody struggles with it one time or another. It doesn't matter if it's the summer, but it's really noticeable when you're going to parties and you see a woman just talk to you and all of a sudden she's like, is it hot in here? She grabs her coat or she grabs your coat and she starts, you know, damping herself up, going, oh. And I'm like, no, everything's perfectly normal around me. It's just you know. It's like, you really need to come and see me. But it is. It's all physiological. There's so, you know, many aspects to, you know, what hormones are out of alignment in your body that's causing you just to, like, all of a sudden break down in sweat. Some women, they tell me, you know, they wake up drenched. Their bed sheets are drenched.
But products can help us how we feel inside.
Yes, absolutely. It's all about, you know, physiologically balancing it out. So I have a lot of really great over-the-counter supplements, like my favorite, you know, supplements to recommend for someone that doesn't want to get the hormone testing kits to actually see, you know, the underlying problems. And it's very, you know, easy to fix with
let's start with the first one.
Yep, that one is the Adrenal Pro. So a lot of hot flashes can be caused by your adrenal glands, you know, being overworked and overutilized. And this is a stressful country. Everybody's go, 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 you know? So that right there, if your adrenal glands are forced to just, you know, burn out because you're spiking too much cortisol, you're going to have hot flashes. So this right there just tells your adrenals to calm down, relax,
Can
take
the
a chill
men
pill.
with the andropause take that as
Oh, yes, yes.
You
all
didn't know you were
men,
going to get that, did you?
Well, a side
Something's
effect
going
of
on.
your adrenals working, you know, overtime is sometimes a pot belly too. So this helps to reduce that pot belly. You
Go
can
for
tell,
that.
you see those guys that look pregnant, you know, and then it looks like you can bust their tummies. That's how you always tell them, take this adrenal complex.
That's interesting.
Within a couple of weeks, that tummy starts to deflate.
Oh, let's send some people I know some.
Right,
Well, tell me about this
The
one.
Aroma Dim. So this is a DIM complex. DIM is an amino acid that's it's a natural aromatase inhibitor is what it's called. So it's an estrogen blocker, a natural estrogen blocker. Doctors are so used to prescribing synthetic estrogen blockers that are carcinogens. This is something that your body actually needs and you can test for. But everybody that takes this, you know, gets rid of their hot flashes because it just tells the body to dispose of all the synthetic estrogens from our environment, phytoestrogens, xenoestrogens, and those are all cancer causing. But one of the side effects of having too much estrogen in your body is hot flashes. So anytime you feel warm, you know, and you get flustered sometimes when you get warm too, because your just temperature starts to rise. You take that, the hot flashes go away.
I can tell you it's not normal.
It helps you lose
warm.
weight too. Yeah, because estrogen equals fat. So the more estrogen you dispose of, the more weight you lose.
What about this next one down
So
here?
amino acids, really, really great for just balancing out neurological function. So a lot of times it has to do with neurotransmission. So those amino acids just feeds those peptides and it helps with your metabolism, normalizing your metabolism. Gets rid of hot flashes. A lot of my women swear by just the Amino Pro.
And they should all come to see you
Yep,
because
absolutely.
you're downtown on Main Street, Age Vital Pharmacy, or you can go to agevital.com for more information. Thank you so much, Dr. Jenny. Very good to know. A lot of people are going to be on the run.
That belly one. Yeah, pass that belly one down.
Coming
They
up,
made a
we're
musical.
going to start
Menopause
our
the musical.
Workout Wednesdays.
Having a plan.
Get ready to work out.
At SWC Properties, we pride ourselves in providing to you the very best in customer satisfaction, and the secret's getting out. Maybe that's why so many people have chosen to list their homes with our friendly and qualified agents. After all, it only makes sense to list with a growing agency that markets in so many places. To list your home with SWC, give us a call at our office and ask for Jackie Avina.
It's time to upgrade your favorite news app. Now, ABC7's My Suncoast News app is better than ever with a dynamic brand new design that's faster and easier to use. Stay connected with new features that make it easy to submit photos, share stories on Facebook and Twitter, and save stories for reading at a later time. Download our free My Suncoast News app on your mobile device at your app store. ABC7's all-new My Suncoast News app. Just another way we're here for you. Powered by the Eye Associates, providing sight for life.
All hands on deck. What's up? I want to point out 3 tips for using the home computer more safely. Point away.
First, stop. Make sure your software is up to date and that you've password protected your computer's login and Wi-Fi connection.
Next, think before visiting a site, opening attachments, or clicking on links.
Then connect, knowing you're helping make the web safer for you
and for everyone. Make Stop, Think, Connect part of your daily online routine.
Our community has its struggles. The fact is, people have less than they did just a few years ago, and sadly, the need becomes more profound every day. Season of Sharing provides funds to help individuals and families in need, ensuring they will not end up homeless and without a roof over their heads. Together, providing a helping hand and making a difference. Season of Sharing. Give today at cfsarasota.org.
Being the caregiver for my husband is truly a blessing, but sometimes it's easy to lose a part of myself. To be my best, for him and for me, it's important to have time to be able to recharge. When I called Tidewell Hospice, they gave me the chance to do just that. They helped me find the time to care for myself, all the while with the peace of mind of knowing my husband is in the very best hands. Tidewell Hospice, it's more than you think.
Don't miss the 19th annual Thunder by the Bay Motorcycle Festival, January 5th through the 8th, to benefit Suncoast Charities for Children. This year's festival welcomes special guest Blue Oyster Cult to the premier sports campus at Lakewood Ranch on January 8th at 4 p.m. Admission is free. Festival events include a sporting clay tournament, kickoff party, welcome Thunder event, Cruise for Cash charity motorcycle ride, and a 2-day Rockin' and Ridin' at the Ranch festival featuring vendors, live music, a Taste of Thunder area, and more. VIP tickets are available. For tickets and info, visit thunderbythebay.org.
And year after year, it is the same. 2/3 of us make New Year's resolutions to try to stay fit. And one of the keys to getting fit is to find an exercise that you like. So to kick off our Workout Wednesdays this month, we have Yvette Branowski from Yvette's Fitness to show us one of the new workouts we can try in the Suncoast, TRX.
That's right.
So for any of our viewers who don't know what TRX is, explain what the TRX training actually is.
Okay, actually what a TRX training is, it's all core all the time. So no matter what exercise you're doing, you're always going to be working your abs, you know, your glutes, your back, your posture. And you can take basically any exercise that you do in a gym, and you can do it on these straps and adjust your intensity by the position that you're standing in.
So the straps are a key part, and when you go into the class, it almost looks like people are about to jump out of a parachute, but there's a reason why. How did they come around?
That's right. Well, the first TRX was made by a Navy SEAL, so they needed a way to work out while they were out on missions. They don't have gyms, they don't have weights out there. So he made one out of a parachute, and they found ways to work their body resistance just suspended on the straps that they designed.
All right, so you have some of the straps here, and you brought a few of your trainers from the gym. So let's talk about, all right, he's doing rows, right?
Right, yeah, this is Kevin.
Kevin, so all right, so if someone wanted to jump in, January you see a lot of new people come into the gym.
Right,
Can they just jump right into a TRX class?
They sure can, because again, the straps, it's all scalable. So no matter, depending on where he's standing, if he's standing further in, the angle's gonna be steeper, and so the exercise will be more difficult. But if we have somebody who's a beginner, they're just gonna step back, and the resistance is going to be less, so it'll be appropriate for their strength level.
All right, I have what I think is an obvious question. Why the straps as opposed to, you know, what can you get off the straps you can't get from free weights?
Oh, the straps are fantastic because what it is, there's always going to be a rotational pull on your body because you have one strap coming off the top, and so you have to use your core to be able to stabilize and stay balanced. So what you get here is you get posture work all of the time, and you're always getting work on your abs, where in some exercises where you're sitting down, you don't really have to think about or focus on as many muscles.
All right.
So you work a lot
Let's
more.
focus on some muscles. Our ladies are ready, so let's get Linda started on the strap.
Oh my goodness. Okay.
Grab the handle.
Okay.
All right, so Yvette, talk her through. Yvette, talk her through what she's doing.
Okay, so this first exercise we're going to do is a row for your back. So this is going to work the muscles in your back. It's also going to work your arms a little bit. You want to have your posture straight. You're facing towards the anchor. We've got the straps at mid-length here. So Linda, what I'd like for you to do is just go ahead and pull back and bring your elbows back. Good. And then lengthen slowly.
Watch me fall right on my rear end here.
Okay. No, you're doing fantastic. So what we see is we've got really good alignment in her body. So this just shows that her core is activated. She's also working on her posture. I'd like for you, as you stretch back this time, go ahead and stretch back. Focus on the muscles right under your arms here.
I don't think I have any.
Oh, you sure do. You sure do.
Oh, there they are.
You're going to know they're there tomorrow.
Linda, how does it feel?
It feels really good. I feel those muscles I didn't know I had.
It's a great exercise
so
for
Yvette,
posture.
explain, if she wanted to get more resistance, what would she could just change where she steps?
If she wanted to intensify the exercise, all she needs to do is just step forward just a little bit. Okay, and then go ahead and lower yourself back. and then pull through again. And so now she has more body weight to pull through because we made the angle steeper.
So Linda's a pro at this. Now let's move to lower body. What do you have for Stephanie?
Okay, so for Stephanie, what we're going to do is we're going to do a set of squats. And I'm going to teach Stephanie a way to do squats, like a new way of squats that really is a great way for safety on your knees. So a lot of people don't do squats because they have knee issues, and there may be reasons that they shouldn't do them all together. But I'm going to teach you how to do this really well so that we can align your knees up perfectly.
All right, let's do it.
So I want you to start with your elbows right underneath your arms, your shoulders, good. Now from here, Stephanie, I'm going to have you hinge back at your hips. So just go ahead and sit back into it. Your arms will lengthen a little bit, bend at your knees, good, and then push through. So your upper body continue is going to stay in plank. Your abs are engaged. Now, as you're standing, push your heels down, okay? And as you push your heels down, that's gonna really activate the muscles in the back of your legs. But here's the real trick to alignment on the knees. I want you to pretend as if you're standing on a sheet of newspaper. And this time, as you stand up, you're gonna kind of push your feet outward a little bit, as if you're trying to rip that newspaper in half. And what that does, and keep your feet straight, toes straight, that's going to align her knees, so her knees are tracking perfectly as she comes up. And what Stephanie is probably feeling by doing these two things at once is a lot more muscles activating.
Stephanie's probably feeling like she wants to kill me. Now, what if let's move over to Haley's, because you have another one for Haley.
Yes, absolutely.
Full body here.
So now what we're going to do is a chest press, and Kim will go ahead and give a quick little demo here. Okay, so Kim's got her body aligned. Again, she's in a perfect plank. She's going to lower her body towards the ground, and then she's going to extend away. She's keeping her abs in. She's got really good posture. That's a perfect demonstration, Kim. So Haley, let's go ahead and let you have a shot at this, okay? So Kim, I'm going to have you step to the side just a little bit. Let's step over here slightly so you're a little more aligned. Okay, so Haley, go ahead and lower your body towards the ground and go ahead and extend back. Now, a little trick on here to get even more activation in the chest muscles is accentuate slightly with the outside of your hands, almost like your hands are on jar caps and you're twisting in a little bit as you push. You should be able to feel even more muscles activate in your chest now, still keeping your core engaged.
Now, Yvette, you offer
Yes.
these classes. It's a great way to start. But rather than just throw people in at the beginning of the year, you have another campaign going on. Tell us about the Thinner Winter Challenge.
Absolutely. We've got the Thinner Winter Challenge. This is our second time doing Thinner Winter Challenge. It's a 5-week challenge for the community where we help people lose weight and take off inches. We set them up with 150 classes. We give them nutritional support and also online coaching. So we pull 3 things together to really help them be successful. We have 27 sponsors that have jumped on board with us this time. So we've got a lot of support with the community, a lot of great prizes we can win. But the great thing is everybody comes out a winner because they're just going to get healthier in the new year.
That's awesome. All right, so we're saying that some of the fitness goals fall off, but if you are held accountable with other people. While you're showing Steph this other exercise, I'm going to let people know you can find out more information about the Thinner Winter Challenge, which starts next week at Yvette'sFitness.com. Coming up, we're going to go to another form of fitness. We're going to gymnastics. We're going to take a field trip to Evo Athletics. We'll be right back.
The all-new MySuncoast.com. Just another way we're here for you.
Are you considering joint replacement or revision surgery? Consider this. Dr. Edward Stolarski has performed thousands of successful joint replacement procedures and trained surgeons from all over the world. Using advanced technologies, Dr. Stolarski is able to perform some of the most complex surgeries.
I wish I knew about Dr. Stolarski much sooner.
After the surgery, I don't have any pain. It's like I've got a 16-year-old hip.
My name's Ed Stolarski. What I really do is I give people back their life.
Schedule a consultation today.
From our studios on Florida's Suncoast, this is an ABC7 News Update.
Hello, I'm Scott Dennis. Here's what's coming up at 5 o'clock. A Nokomis couple say they are fighting for justice after their dog was shot and killed. What the Sarasota County Sheriff's Office is doing about that death. And a new medical marijuana dispensary is one step closer to opening here on the Suncoast when that office is expected to open in Bradenton. Let's get a check on the weather now with Chief Meteorologist Bob Harrigan. Bob?
Thanks, Scott. A foggy start this morning and then clearing skies this afternoon as a result of a weak cold front that has made its way through now. Winds are switching around to a northwesterly direction, ushering in some drier air and slightly cooler temperatures. We'll get back to close to seasonal averages tomorrow. Currently, we have 72 degrees, sunshine. The dew point is what's changed. It's down to 57 degrees. At this time yesterday, it was at 72, so that makes a big difference in terms of humidity. The front itself now well down to our south. Details on a stronger front at 5.
Official Suncoast Storm team at ABC 7. We're here for you. ABC 7's My Suncoast News app is better than ever with a brand new design that's faster and easier to use. Download our free My Suncoast News app on your mobile device at your app store of choice. Powered by the Eye Associates, providing sight for life. Tomorrow at 5 on ABC 7's Good Morning Suncoast.
Hello, I'm Jacqueline Matter. Motorcycles will once again be rolling through the Suncoast for a popular event this weekend, but this time it may be harder to find. Tomorrow on Good Morning Suncoast, we'll take a look at the changes for Thunder by the Bay. John?
We're watching a change come our way over the next several days. We'll talk about that bright and early.
Tomorrow at 5 on ABC 7's Good Morning Suncoast. We're here for you.
Thanks to my volunteer, I am a better reader.
Thanks to my volunteer, math seems simple now.
Thanks to my volunteer, I discovered new career goals.
I'm a volunteer for Sarasota County Schools, so I know I can make a difference. And you can too. Give an hour, change a life.
I support Goodwill because when I donate or shop, I have the power. The power to change lives.
You have what it takes to be a ninja warrior? Well, there's a place in Sarasota that you can go to find out. Evo Athletics combines competitive athletic training with recreational family fitness. And we decided to take a field trip and check it out. Here's what we found. So tell me about this place, Jason. There are holes in the floor. There are pieces of material over there.
Yep.
Tell me about it. It's very different.
It is very different. It's evolutionary, Evo, which is where we got our name, and that's our goal here. So, it's just
everything
is
is designed with scientific psychology and gymnastics.
Yeah, absolutely.
Now you're training these kids for the Olympics, hopefully.
Hopefully, that's their goal.
Was the Olympics this year, was that your highlight?
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, you can't have a bigger highlight of a career than being on the Olympic floor coaching.
There you go.
You can do knees, like knees.
Oh, I gotta get my legs.
3, 2, 1, go!
Good technique.
It's hard getting out there, isn't it?
I just jumped.
I see that.
Circles to get to the middle
they
of that.
train ninja warriors over there?
Wow.
You know that?
Yeah, you need to watch Joey do that ninja course. There. Oh, so.
You got one more leg.
Yeah. So yeah, this is
Okay, just squeeze. Keep everything tighter than you realize.
This seems problematic. I always wanted to be a ninja warrior. Oh no! Come back! Come here! Come here! I don't think this is how it's supposed to end up. I can't hang on. I gotta go. I gotta go.
You're gonna make it. Move up. Move up. There.
I actually can do it.
She's doing it.
Well, Beth, you could combine both careers and you could be a reporter who's like climbing windows and scaling buildings to get a story.
Peter Parker did it.
Peter Parker.
It's like an exclusive interview from the balcony.
Your all arms.
Ninja warrior. So
that is
fun.
an awesome place.
Yes.
I could have done all that, but I didn't want to make Beth look bad.
Yeah, we wanted Beth to have her day.
Yes,
Yeah.
Yeah, she's probably still sore. That was amazing. For someone who admittedly does not work out, she was incredible on that.
Yeah, very flexible.
Ninja.
But what I like is that you can actually, they have hours where that ninja course is open. And you can go and work on it and take kids and work on it as an adult. So you can be a ninja warrior.
And they have classes for regular people. You don't have to be an Olympic champion, but they are training the Olympic champions
really
there.
are.
That's exciting.
Oh, it's a great place.
Yes.
And Evo Athletics is located on East 15th Street in Sarasota. It's just north of Tallabass, down in an area you might not expect, but it's huge and it's wonderful. For open gym hours and for class information, go to evoathletics.com. Next, we're going to see our puppy and train our puppy. We've got a pup date.
Are you a food lover, restaurant goer, or home cook? Then check out My Suncoast Dining on mysuncoast.com, your guide to the foodie lifestyle. ABC7's own Chef Judy serves up her favorite recipes, cooking tips and trends, dining blogs, and helpful step-by-step videos. And you'll love the restaurant guide with direct links to your favorite Suncoast eateries. Whether you're cooking in or dining out, whet your appetite with tasty tips from Chef Judy at mysuncoast.com/dining.
You're going to need me. You're going to need us. All of us. You're going to need our help with your water, your air, your food. You're going to need our determination, our compassion. You're going to need the next generation of leaders to face the challenges the future will bring. And we promise we'll be there when you need us.
Tonight on ABC7 News at 7.
Well, you have to take a kid and place them in a hospital that specializes in the treatment of children or of teenagers. So that's a big change in the law.
Involuntary commitment under the Baker Act. The practice is becoming more common on the Suncoast, particularly for minors. I'm Alan Cohn. We'll speak with local experts about why the increase may be a good thing.
Tonight on ABC7 News at 7. Your Suncoast News. We're here for you. On your TV, on your computer, on your camera, on your smartphone, on your Apple Watch. And now you can get ABC7, your Suncoast News on Fire TV. Just go to mysuncoast.com and click on the mobile tab for a list of fast and free downloads that deliver ABC7, your Suncoast News on the go.
We're losing exotic animals on a daily basis, and the ones that we have in captivity are really the ambassadors for their wild counterparts. I'm Clayton Rozier from the Big Cat Habitat and Gulf Coast Sanctuary, housing over 150 exotic animals that needed a great home. And if you love animals, please help them. Do it locally. Support your local no-kill shelters, your local wild animal sanctuaries. Make a difference where you can.
We consider the first 60 minutes the golden hour, the time that we can do the most to affect how a patient's going to do. I think what motivates all of us is that at the other end of it, we see them, smiling and happy and going back to their families. That's our greatest satisfaction. Sarasota Memorial Hospital is just an amazing place to take care of people.
Welcome back. Our Southeastern guide dog, Wrigley, wanted to come by and say hello to everybody. And you know what? He has a few confessions to make. He is so well behaved at the office, and I'm very proud of him when we go out and about. But he is still a 5-month-old puppy. Right. And he has a couple of addictions. Uh-oh. One of them?
The table.
Yeah, he's licking the table at the moment. No, he just wants to watch me talk. He's addicted to acorns. So we went, I said the word, didn't I? So this is Wrigley stuffing his face furiously. He knows he's not supposed to. So he hid behind some bleachers during a football lesson and went to town with the acorns. So we distract, we move, we relocated. Okay, then he found dirt. That was the next thing he thought would be fun. So he was busy digging a big old hole. Because again, we're still a 5-month-old Labrador Retriever. A very obedient one, but still, we have our vices. So
He cleans up well, though.
He does clean up well. Cliff Rolls took this amazing picture of him when he was visiting us this week. So that is his official 5-month portrait. But it is, I do get asked all the time, and often my coworkers say, you know, why does the dog rest so much? And how do you keep him so well behaved? And I thought he is very understanding of what is expected of him when, but occasionally, he still is a 5-month-old puppy. So right now, he could use a little behavior. Wrigley, heel.
Is that an acorn you're giving?
This is not. Sit.
Does he think it is? That's the
Down.
question.
There
Oh,
you
look
go.
at that.
So
Stay.
I heard you mention earlier, is this like he's in his teenage years? Are you almost to his dog teenage years?
We are just entering what they call the teenage years. So similar, aren't I lucky? I have a whole house full of teenage children, and now I have a teenage dog who right now is misbehaving. He knows very well that he should be down. I did not tell him to break. I did not tell him to release, and he chose to get up on his own. And you know how I know he knows he's being bad? His ears are back a little bit, and he's looking at me like, she's probably going to put me right back down, isn't she?
Sounds like a teenager to me.
He is testing the waters as he turns his back on all of you. So welcome to my life, rebellion abounds.
Well, people can check in on your life and Wrigley's life.
Absolutely.
They follow him on Facebook or Twitter, Instagram.
Wrigley has quite a sense of humor these days. Wrigley's View, Instagram, and Twitter. Yeah, now you decide to behave. Look at him. All right. I know what I'm supposed to do. We're supposed to head to the kitchen without Wrigley. We'll be back.
Wrigley.
The all-new MySuncoast.com. Just another way we're here for you.
The official salon of ABC7.